Welcome to a brand new episode of the weekly Wrestling Throwdown WWE prediction show. We've got none other than the one and only Clint, aka Franchise Kicks. What's good, my guy?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Been a couple weeks without this beautiful face on this channel, so I'm happy to be back. Hope you're watching. Give us a big thumbs up and pass it off to my boy Delz.
So we're going to go through the No Mercy predictions, and we're going to start with Neville versus Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight title. Let's go. What do you think it's going to be?
Well, as of right now with Enzo, I don't like his booking. He's pretty much like a modern-day Eddie Guerrero, where he's a baby face but cheats. You know, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But his character, to me, it says if you suck on the main roster, just go to the cruiserweight and dominate. But like Neville versus Enzo is kind of like David and Goliath, and there's no way that Enzo should win this match because, one, he has so much damn heat on him. He's lucky he's not fired. And putting the belt on him at this point in time, it's just not a good look for the cruiserweight division. Like I said, it just says pretty much if you suck on the main roster, just go down to theirs. So I think if you want the cruiserweight to possibly last longer, keep it on Neville. Of course, Enzo will get the belt eventually as long as the fans don't turn him too much. But I'd say keep it on Neville just to keep cruiserweight's relevant, but they're really not that relevant. So, yeah, that's all I got with that.
How do you feel about how they've done in a whole year span? Because it's been a year since the show.
Well, I don't watch it. I've watched a total of maybe 3 times, and one time because I was at SmackDown Live, so I stayed to watch the 205. Actually, that was the premiere of Austin Aries after his eye socket got shattered, and he came back, or shattered. He was an announcer and then made his debut on 205. I was there for his debut, but that's why I actually stayed to watch it, was to see him, not 205. And I watched it 205, like one of the first episodes, and then I watched it again when Enzo appeared for the first time, but I just fast forward to the very, very end. So in my mind, the cruiserweight, what was it called? Like tournament that they had on the network a year ago.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. Yeah. That was fantastic.
It was really good.
Yeah. I mean, we cared about the wrestlers. We cared about the storylines. It was just more entertaining. Three-fourths of those guys or more, like, they didn't get contracts. They just went back to wherever they came from. That was a mistake. And the way it's going, 205 Live is dead. Enzo is pretty much their last. I think they're just their last trick in the bag. Their last euchre trick that that they can pull, see if it works. But it's crashing and burning because they should have.
Unboxing, new Funko Pop. You hit a button by accident.
I had your channel up to read the comments, and I hit play, and it's your Funko from today or yesterday or 2 days ago. Anyway,
I've been super into that lately. Go ahead, bro.
So 205 Live, I think, should kind of be almost scrapped and go back to a cruiserweight classic, kind of like try to find the magic once again, and see if they can do a mulligan kind of.
What do you think about like Tyler Breeze showing up and everything? And we had Enzo who showed up. Now Tyler Breeze and Fandango. I mean, he doesn't look like someone that could be in 205 Live, but I think Tyler Breeze could. He's short.
I heard about that, but I didn't watch it. Honestly, I did. I don't care enough for 205 to even watch it, Like Dolph, the rumored Dolph was supposed to go down, not 205, but NXT, but they could have almost put maybe Dolph, if he'd lost about 15, 20 pounds, it's probably about 205, But I think they're just trying to inject some kind of excitement, some kind of relevance. I mean, there's many guys in the main roster that could go back down to 205. But I think they should almost change the name of the show from 205 Live to just the Cruiserweight Challenge or the Cruiserweight something.
Yeah, so that's not just like a particular weight when it comes to the actual show. I think that they just need more personalities and it'll be great. Now, I will say this. I know it may sound crazy, but I have a funny feeling Enzo Amore will cheat and win the belt. And I think it will be great for 205 Live as far as the whole, the whole thing, the entire branding of it, bring some excitement to it. It's going to make people pop. And then Neville could come back and they'll keep a feud going. But Enzo would have to do something super dirty, like referee not looking, Enzo hit him with the low blow, and then keeping it moving from there, So can you see that happening at all?
I would see Neville cheats to win, Enzo cheats to win. I mean, because they're both right now. I mean, Neville is the heel and Enzo is the cheating baby face, the baby Eddie Guerrero. So, I mean, it's kind of like heel versus 85%, 75% heel. So, I mean, if Enzo wins, it's going to be shenanigans. There's going to be something, But I just don't.
It's weird how they have Enzo. I mean, he's really a heel at heart. If you really look at his career, even when he was messing with Rusev, like that was so strange.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was trying to steal what was it? They were in a hotel room, and
and he was trying to
got naked down to his freaking boxers, and then he was going to drop those two, and Lana was like, no, and that was like, WWE is PG, but let's have a storyline where there's adultery and
I mean, it was totally that's something a complete dirtbag would do.
I mean, that didn't help out anybody. That didn't help out him. It didn't help out Lana. Didn't help out Rusev. That was just a storyline that should have been avoided completely. That was bad.
And I think that kind of confused a lot of the casual fans, even the kids and everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm just reading something real quick.
And we got several people live right now. Mar Valencia, Graham Chong. Let's see. The Sneaker Addict, whoever the hell that guy is. John Fresh Kicks. Several people live.
Oh, shit. John is in the building. What's up, John? How you doing? Graham, what's up? And
I guess I should comment too, so my name's in there.
Yeah, shoot a comment in there.
Boom.
Let me bring back the actual matches because it's only 7 matches, so it's going to be
There's a pre-show too, or at least I think there is. There's supposed to be Elias versus Apollo Crews. Right now, I'm looking at BleacherReport.com.
Okay.
Which they did this the 23rd. Which what's that? Saturday. So Elias versus Apollo Crews, throwaway match.
Elias Sampson, I would say, is going to win that.
Oh yeah, Apollo Crews is getting buried. He'll be out of the WWE when his contract's done. He's
they're just waiting for the contracts to just go out, and then that's it. I like Elias. Are you a fan of Elias? I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks. I forgot.
Well, the last few times that we talked, I wasn't a huge Elias fan. One thing I like about him is he's kind of an asshole to the home crowd.
I love that.
That is very Rock-like, you know what I'm saying? To kind of bash the home crowd. You make fun of him, how the Rock during his heel days, whenever he was a part of the corporation, whenever he was the corporate Rock, he was very rude to the home crowd. And Elias is like that, and I like that because half of the crowds pop whenever he dogs them. And Elias is slowly growing on me, slowly. I'm not a fan of his yet, though, but I like his Rock-like gimmick in terms of bash the home crowd, and eventually if he's bashing Jersey, I'm not from there, so I'm laughing. He's bashing Detroit, I'm laughing. If he bashed my hometown, I'm like, yeah, he's telling the truth. We're just a bunch of
I
white.
gotta say, he told a lot of truth when he bashed my hometown of New York. I was very entertained.
I
And
mean,
he
it'd be
was so
funny.
over. He did not one song, but he did two. I forgot what pay-per-view it was,
Yeah, I
but
remember that.
it was good. He was very over too. The crowd was
The
loving it.
crowd was popping for him, and like he even paused a few times and stopped and smiled. I was like, "Damn, I'm making fun of you guys, and you guys are popping for me. Like this isn't supposed to happen."
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. I mean, he mentioned Biggie Smalls, who's like,
yeah.
he's God to Brooklyn and New York, to New York especially. He's God to a lot of people as far as a rapper. And he was making fun of Biggie Smalls and just saying he was trash or something, which obviously no one really agrees with. He's amazing. But you know, people just they loved it. They digged it. Let's get into this match right here, The Miz versus Jason Jordan, because I'm very, very curious about your opinions on that.
Jason Jordan. Let's see. When they first started of course, I gotta do my normal thinking process and talk my reasoning through. But Jason Jordan, his push was not organic at all. It was forced.
Very forced.
And WWE knew it was forced because if you noticed, for several weeks they kind of backed off of this is Kurt's son. It was they backed off a little bit, but then last Monday night, yeah, I think it was just thrown back into our faces again. You're Kurt's son. You're Angle's boy, and it was thrown back into her face to where it seemed like the past few weeks the crowd wasn't anti Jason Jordan, but they were giving him kind of a chance as long as he did it on his own and not being force fed us Roman Reigns style. And last week, I think, or 5 days ago, they just screwed it all up by force feeding us a championship shot. And I think Jason is going to win it. The WWE, I think, at this point, they are stupid enough to put it on him. I think The Miz, as of right now, except for him and probably Mr. Perfect, are the two best Intercontinental champions of all time. Like, whenever I think of Mr. Perfect, I think of the IC belt. Whenever I think of Rick Rude, I think of the IC belt. When I think of The Miz, I think of the IC belt. Like, he has defined that belt for what it is. He made it relevant, same way as Mr. Perfect made it relevant for many years and never really got out of the IC picture. And so in my mind, The Miz is kind of like the plateau of what the IC belt is, and you have to go above his plateau, beyond him to actually take the belt from him. And is Jason Jordan on the level of dethroning Miz and his push, his momentum? No. Is WWE stupid enough to put it on Jason Jordan? Yes. And will they? God, I think they will.
I think they will too, because it's like they have to. I feel like he lost a lot of matches, and it was almost like they were making it like he was like, coming up. Like they had him wrestle versus John Cena, which I think was a decent match. I mean, he had some impressive moves, in my opinion, that match versus John Cena and Jason Jordan. So if he loses this, where does he go next? And obviously, Vince McMahon loves this guy, or else this situation, this storyline would have never happened. Vince sees something in this guy, so it looks like he will win. As much as I love The Miz, maybe they'll put The Miz into something else even bigger, because to me, Miz is one of the biggest stars in Raw right now. Or am I bugged? I mean, do you disagree with that? Or
Miz, in my mind, is one of the best promo guys of 2017. I mean, he's insane on the mic. His in-ring skills, he's not the best, but he's got a hell of a lot of heart, and the dude puts everything that he can to every single match. The Miz is like the top of the top right now. Now, he's no AJ Styles, but in terms of what his job is within the company, he's the best that there is for what his job is supposed to be. It's fantastic. And is it time for Jason Jordan? Who in the hell is Jason Jordan to come in and take that? No, it should be Finn Balor, IC belt,
You
over
love
the
Finn
Miz.
Balor. This is Finn
This
Balor's
should be
favorite.
Finn
I know what
Balor
to
right
get you on your
now.
birthday, a Finn Balor T-shirt, man.
I love Finn Balor. That
I'm gonna
dude.
get you. You know what I'm gonna get you one of these days when I see it. I'm gonna get you a Finn Balor pop figure. So don't buy one. You'll get it. You're gonna get a surprise
A
Finn
Finn
Balor
Balor
pop figure.
pop figure.
I got your address, so I'm gonna mail you one of these days. But I for some reason I really feel like that Jason Jordan's gonna win this one. I really feel like Jason Jordan will win.
I mean,
So,
it is true. If Jason wins, the Miz and him will probably feud till the Rumble.
mm-hmm.
It won't, in terms of the Miz's momentum, it won't hurt it. I mean, because he's over, and of course his wife now is off the TV
Yeah,
because she's
she's
pregnant, and of course WWE doesn't want to risk anything, so she's off TV. So I'm sure that changes his dynamic a little bit in terms of what maybe his Miztourage, as all three of them were supposed to do. But if the Miz loses the belt, it won't hurt him, but it'll piss me off because Jason Jordan is not the one. Finn Balor is the one to take the IC belt because dude deserves it. The dude, he never got his rematch, or not his rematch, but whenever he gave up the Universal title, he never got his one-on-one match. He never got it.
No.
Never got it, which is BS because, they're all about rematch clause and give Sasha and Charlotte like 15 chances at the damn belt, but Finn Balor never gets his one opportunity to get his belt back. So I'm a pissed off Finn Balor fan, if you can't tell.
Finn Balor, they have a lot of work to do with that, man. Because what's going on with him and Bray is
that feud's trash.
Let's talk about that match. What's your prediction on that?
This is their third or fourth match.
Before I cut you off,
yeah.
Is he coming in as the demon? Because you know how they had that whole thing with the face paint with gold dust. They wiped the face paint off. Do you think by any chance Finn will come out as regular Finn Balor? Because the whole message that they were giving in the promo that I took was, oh, you need to have the face paint and be this guy to defeat me. Did you get that or no? Maybe I only got that.
Yes, I did get that, how Bray's trying to say when you're not the demon, when you're just a man, you're immortal, you're beatable.
Exactly.
So what I want to see is Finn Balor to come out with the Balor Club. That's his next persona. You got Finn Balor, you got the demon, and you've got the Balor Club. Of course, Gallows and Anderson won't interfere in the actual match. It's just his third persona, his third kind of gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen because WWE, they're not smart enough to put those three together. But in my mind, that still means Finn is still a man, but it makes him a next level man with his club.
But what I'm asking you, I'm asking you, is he coming out as the demon or is he coming out as Finn with the leather jacket?
Finn with the leather, Finn with the pissed off kind of, I'm going to kick your ass. Finn with the Finn Balor's coming, pretty much.
Regular
no
leather
demon.
jacket Finn.
No demon.
Now, what would be really cool, what I would like to see is if Finn was losing, right? And then all of a sudden, Anderson and Gallows comes in. And they just beat the snot out of him.
That would be nice.
That makes the whole freaking Balor Club come together. That could be pretty entertaining.
That would be nice.
And then maybe eventually have a feud with the Shield, which I know you're not fond of.
No, I've got words on that.
Yeah, you are not fond of this whole Shield reunion at all.
No.
So who's your prediction for this match?
Well, with Bray Wyatt,
and
I like Bray Wyatt.
No, Finn won the first match, right? At the last pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure, right?
Or the first match was without face paint, right? Because
I don't know about the very first match, but the last match they had was at the pay-per-view,
where he was the demon.
And he was the demon, and he won.
Yes.
Clean match.
Clean match.
So who's gonna win this match?
It's got to be Finn. It's got to be Finn because Bray. I mean, if they're going to push one of those two guys, it's got to be Finn. Finn has more of an upside. He's got the better look, more athletic, and dude's got a whole lot to give that he's been held back since he came back from his injury. And Bray, I like the dude. I love his promos, but I mean, even if Bray wins, what's Bray going to do? I mean, he's just, and then if he loses, same thing. What are they going to do with Bray Wyatt? But if Finn wins, they can push him to the IC title scene, which he should be in. Or actually, I read online today that there's a rumor that his next feud is with Samoa Joe to rekindle the NXT like year-long feud between Finn and Joe, because they had some good-ass matches.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
yeah, that was a nice feud.
So that's what I read today on Wrestle Talk News, that possible Joe feud with Finn. So they said Finn might have to win this match to get the momentum against Joe. So, which made sense to me.
I feel like they should have stretched out that feud with Joe and Brock Lesnar. I really was enjoying that. I feel like they ended that too soon.
Yeah, because his the pay-per-view where it was the four guys, Roman, Brock, Braun, and Joe, whatever pay-per-view that grows at Great Balls of Fire or something. That should have been Brock and Joe.
Which was a good pay-per-view, by the way.
I mean, that should have been Brock Joe Part 2. That we all wanted to see a Part 2, and we didn't get it. You know, but of course Joe got hurt, so I mean they had to move on to Brock's next feud no matter what, because they didn't have a choice. So
that was so awesome when he just put him through those damn tables.
That was freaking awesome.
He put him through the table. It was crazy. He put him through one table. I'm thinking about now Braun, you know, which we definitely will get to in just a second. Let's get to Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax versus Emma versus Sasha Banks versus Bayley for the Raw Women's title. What's your prediction on that?
Well, last Monday we had the Nia and Bliss one-on-one match. Like, we had it and Nia squashed her.
Mm-hmm.
So a smart Mark would say there's no reason to put it on to Nia Jax, because the rematch, because Bliss would get her rematch clause, and the rematch clause would just be a squash match. So I don't see them putting it on Nia Jax. Who's the other ones? Sasha,
Emma, Sasha Banks, Bayley. Those are the other girls.
I think they're going to shock the world and
Emma?
put it on Emma. I think they're going to shock the world.
I did a pay-per-view prediction contest on my guy Don Tony and Kevin Castle. They do this pay-per-view prediction contest, and I picked Nia Jax, but I think I should have picked Emma.
I mean, she's the easy one to put it on. I mean, she's never had it. She's not really supposed to have it, but I think she could have the momentum to do something with it. I mean, she could be an interesting champion. I think Emma surprised us all, because it can't be Bayley, because Bayley needs a repackaging, and they know it. Bayley knows it, because actually, if you saw her come out on Monday, she came out with more of kind of like an attitude. You know, she wasn't all nice Bayley. I'm scared to touch the kendo stick. You know, oh, I'm scared of the kendo stick.
Yeah, that was
violent.
That,
you know,
that was horrible.
She came out on Monday, and with Alexa, she where she did her, kicked her or slammed her or something, where it was like, finally she's showing some ruthless aggression, you know, about time. Put it on Bayley, though? No,
Bayley shouldn't get it.
Emma.
I mean, people are booing Bayley. I mean, which is ridiculous. I can't even believe that people would actually boo that girl, but they're booing her.
I mean, she's such a baby face. I mean, I like Bayley. She's just like kind of like that one chick from like high school, kind of like the cute girl that you didn't want to be with her, but you wanted to be around her because she's fun to be with. She's exciting. She might have some really hot friends. It's like she's that chick. Like,
have you ever seen Bayley's sister?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, you got to find a picture of her sister. She's like super hot compared to
Really.
Bailey. It's crazy.
But she have
It's
Bailey's
crazy.
butt though, because Bailey's has like the best butt in wrestling. Is her butt better than Bailey?
She is hot. You got to see the
It might be
photo.
better than
You
Bailey's
have to
butt.
see the photo. So your pick is Emma,
Emma.
and I could see Emma winning or Nia Jax. That's my predictions. And anyone that's watching, leave your comments. Let us know who you think are going to win all these matches. Like, set aside, a list. You like your 7 matches. Like, let us know who is winning them. And if you're watching after, then let us know what you thought of the actual pay-per-view in the comments. Let's go to Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus, Sheamus and Cesaro for the Raw Tag Team titles. What you going with?
You want me to go first?
Yes, sir.
Go on my rant about the 3/4 Shield. Here we go. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, their little tag team. I'm tired of it. I'm bored with it. I don't like it. I never liked it. It was forced upon us.
Totally disagree with what he's saying.
It wasn't organic at all. I didn't want it. And my opinion to me matters most because I didn't want it. The majority of people probably did, but I didn't want it. And since they got the belt, like, I don't care that they have the belt. Like, I don't care about their tag team. Like, I'm not invested in what they're doing because it's just kind of like it's just a stepping stone to their next spiel. Yeah, I just said a racist word. I apologize for that. Spiel.
Yeah.
The SP other word. Sorry.
It's all good.
Spiel. Yes. I don't like. This is just a stepping stone to that, and I'm not invested in it. But if they wanted to bring all 3 back to reform the full Shield with possibly a heel Shield, that'd be interesting. But I think Sheamus and Cesaro need the belts more than what Rollins and Ambrose do because they're single stars. Like, I want to see Dean as a single star. Seth is a single star. Seth Rollins is one of the best in the business. Him and AJ are the cornerstones of the business. And seeing Seth in a tag team, I don't like it, but in kind of like a stable, like a DX stable where each person stands out on their own within the stable, that's cool, but as a tag team, Seth Rollins, no. So my prediction after 18 minutes of a spiel is Cesaro and Sheamus get the belts back because they need them more. Rollins and Ambrose hopefully part ways on good terms because I think maybe
nah, man. What are you gonna do with what is Ambrose gonna do? I don't mean to cut you off. But I'm rude. I cut people off. I wasn't raised right. I mean, come on. What is Ambrose gonna do as far as booking as a solo? What's it gonna be? Funny Ambrose, with the little punchlines. He needs to be in a tag team right now. No, I think he does, man. No. But I do agree with your pick. I think that Sheamus and Cesaro, they need the titles back, and they're fantastic together.
Yeah, I like them with the titles.
First, when Mick Foley put them 2 guys together, I was like, Mick, I don't know, man. But you know what? Mick showed he still got it, man. He still got it.
And so I agree with that
pick. It was a fantastic vision that Mick Foley had. So I'm going to go with that. And I'm agreeing with you on that pick. But I am disagreeing with you about the Shield.
But if they get the belts back, then what's your opinion on the future of the 3/4 Shield, though? Like,
they're going to keep the feud going. They'll keep it going. They'll just keep that feud going a little bit longer to a third, because they faced each other once. This is going to be the second time. I mean, as far as like pay-per-view matches, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they did something. Yeah.
They've had lots of singles and lots of what's it called, like triple tag team matches.
Can you see the comments or no?
Yeah, I got to scroll over to my Safari. Let's see. Yeah, my iPhone. For some reason, I can't find your video. Let's see.
Go on to Twitter and Graham is saying they're doing Nia Jax like wait a minute, what is Graham saying?
Oh, is it like Ryback whenever he was with CM Punk and CM, or was it Hell in a Cell?
I gotta take a leak real quick. So just handle the show real quick. You got
Too
it.
easy. Too easy. So Graham, are you talking about the Ryback whenever he fought CM Punk with Hell in the Cell? How Ryback at that time, the dude was over. He was popping like crazy, and had the match with CM Punk. CM Punk won, retained the belt, and Ryback after that just died. Like his momentum was done, and he was never the same again. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about there with Nia. But Nia, though, I don't think Nia is really that over with the actual crowd, though. I mean, we're not buying her as a heel. We're not buying her as like a monster because she doesn't act like a monster. She smiles too much. She seems too nice. We don't buy her as that unstoppable force, Nia Jax. So even if she doesn't win the belt, I don't think it hurts her. I think it hopefully would enrage her more, turn her more into a heel, give her more of a perspective of she's got to get an attitude. She's got to quit being so damn nice, worry about herself the most. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, man, I remember that feud with Ryback and CM Punk, how Ryback should have gotten that damn belt.
Oh, yeah, that was
match.
terrible.
And Ryback was never the same ever again. His momentum was dead. Yeah, Graham Chung was commenting about Nia Jax and Ryback, and that's kind of what he was referring to. That, I mean, if it's time for a person to get a belt, give it to them. And they can trade it back and forth a few times. You know, don't kill the momentum and just, well, we got to keep it on, the company guy. We got to keep it on this guy. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to share it a few times. Like last year, 2016, the tag team championships should have gone on Enzo and Cass at least one time, but the New Day had
them up. That was
freaking
ridiculous.
1,000-day reign, which killed off many tag teams, and that was BS.
If you're watching, by the way, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right now. Just want to throw that out there. And subscribe. And subscribe to both of us. Our info will be in the description box. With Ryback, it's such a shame because Ryback was so over when he was in that steel cage match.
He was
and
over.
Then, what was his name? The guy who did the sex tape, allegedly, with Paige. What was his name?
Brad
Maddox.
Yeah.
When he gave him the low blow, right?
Yeah.
I was like that's pretty much killed Ryback's like whole momentum.
Yeah.
And he was good, man.
Oh,
he was over.
Speaking of Ryback, if you watch his podcast last Monday night, he answered my question on the podcast and shout out Franchise Kicks at 1 hour 39 minutes. So check it out.
I actually have it on my phone, but I haven't gotten the chance to it. I've been so busy. A lot of us have been so busy. We apologize. People that really love the show. And it seems like a lot of people are focusing on this live right now, which is pretty awesome. But it's just with life lately. I think now that it's fall, people are very busy. Nate couldn't make it tonight because he's got a lot going on too. Everyone's got different stuff that's just like came to the forefront that we have to do. So we're trying to figure out the perfect time to do the show. We will eventually form like Voltron and be all back together, the three amigos. But in the meantime, in between time, we just are trying to make shit work. We're texting each other, and that's why we did the show last minute tonight. But the show will definitely go on. Let's see what else we got. I'm trying to find the list real quick. We've got John Cena versus Roman Reigns. Go ahead.
I don't care about this match. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me go.
I'm just going to rant about Roman Reigns.
Let me go first. Roman Reigns got to win this. I don't like Roman Reigns. I don't like John Cena. But why would John Cena win? He's got a lot going on. He's got a movie coming out soon. Well, not a movie coming out, but they're working on this Bumblebee movie. He's a busy guy. He's a part-timer. Basically, in the future, he's going to be a part-timer. But that may not be true, actually, because I think that I heard that he went to Raw because of the fact it works with his schedule.
Yeah.
Regardless, I feel like Roman should win this because it makes more sense for Roman to win. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. I hate Roman Reigns more than I hate John Cena. And John Cena's, I think I read online that he's not scheduled to come back until next year around time for the Royal Rumble, because he's supposed to be shooting the movie with the Bumblebee and some other projects, and he's doing some other TV show. So he's supposed to be off the air for like 3 or 4 months at this time. So 2017 John Cena, is he going to bury a younger talent, if you want to call Roman Reigns talent, a younger talent, and then disappear for many months? 2016, 2015, 14, 13, 12, Cena, yes. 2017 Cena, no. He won't bury Roman Reigns and disappear till possibly 2018. Roman Reigns will win this match. I hope there is a heel turn. There won't be, but I hope Roman Reigns does a heel turn this match and just goes dirty. I mean, because there's been so many fake arguments back and forth that were so damn scripted that hopefully the payoff is Roman just gets so infuriated from all the exchanges and verbally for the past month that he just lashes out and turns heel and just does heel crap the whole match and gets crazy crowd heat, which will lead to a crowd pop from the heat. And then he builds onto that, and hopefully it recreates Roman as something else, as the new Roman, whatever that should be. So
I have a question for you. What do you think about when Triple H says he's already a heel?
I mean, I heard about that where, yeah, I mean, he pretty much, yes, he is the biggest heel within the company. He gets the most heat. So, I mean, technically on paper, he's a face, but we treat him as a heel. So it's very odd.
It's very strange how his character is, because I understand what the whole thing is. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like Triple H is kind of copping out when he says that because people want him to go full-fledged heel. But he's done some heel activity in the past couple of months with the actual situation with Braun Strowman when he like tried to kill Braun Strowman. I mean, he literally tried to kill Braun Strowman in that truck, and I feel like a lot of people forgot about that. Right? Does it feel like it got pushed under the bed?
He tried to kill him, but it didn't make us mad. I just wanted to see Braun just beat the crap out of him worse. You know, like I didn't hate Roman for it. I just wanted to see Braun just beat him. It's this weird heel heat that he has. It's not normal heel heat.
Strange. I don't know if it's real or not, but I seen an image on the internet of Braun Strowman, an action figure, and it actually came with the actual like stretcher. I don't know if it's real or not.
That's awesome. Where you can play through toys, put Roman on the stretcher, and push him off the table.
I've seen 2 Braun Strowman figures. They were the same ones, but they were at Walmart. And I wish I bought one for my kid because she loves Braun Strowman. And it was gone immediately the next day, gone. I was like, damn. I went back there to go buy it, and it was gone. So I guess, you know, he's really popular right now, Braun Strowman.
I mean, Braun is pretty much like the biggest heel face of 2017. The dude's a heel, but he's a stone cold kind of heel. He's so bad that we like him.
Well, he just brings a lot of like excitement, and he has a star persona to him where that's something that I feel like WWE is missing a lot of, like people that are actual big, like larger than life superstars. Yeah, they could be big and Diesel, but are they like larger than life as far as their aura. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
feel like Braun Strowman has that to him. And supposedly behind the scenes, he's a sweetheart. You know, he's a real fun, nice guy. He's one of the guys in the locker room everyone likes. But you know, as far as him, when he slammed the shit out of Brock Lesnar that time,
It was
and he goes
awesome.
outside of the ring. I mean, that was so entertaining. Like that was worth my $9.99 a month. I was like, here,
That was worth
take
the whole year almost.
that was worth the
To see
whole year.
that was fantastic. It's fantastic.
So who do you think's gonna win this match? Braun Strowman or Brock Lesnar? This is the final match.
I don't see title changing hands at a pay-per-view that's kind of just a fill-in pay-per-view, a wash, a no mercy.
Mm-hmm.
So I say Brock wins this one. This feud is far from over. Far from over.
I as much as I understand what you're saying, and the smart fan would say that Brock's gonna win, WWE's been doing a lot of surprises lately, you know?
Yeah.
So I really think that Braun's gonna win. I think he's gonna win.
I wouldn't
I'm
be
putting
shocked,
all
but
my chips on the table, like on some, you know, just I don't give a damn. I'm putting all my chips on the table. I feel in my heart that that Brock is gonna win, but at the same time, I just something's telling me put all your chips on Braun. I'm putting it on Braun. Braun gotta win. He's been kicking the shit out of him, man. I mean, he took the German suplex and he just got right back up.
dude didn't sell it at all. He did not sell that thing at all.
It was like an indie event. He got right back up. I mean, it was ridiculous. He did not even sell it at all. But everyone else in the, I mean, John Cena, what did he take? Like 500 suplexes? I mean, I just, for some damn reason, as much as I know in my heart that Braun's not going to win because I've been watching wrestling for like 20 plus years. I just feel like Braun's going to win, man. Braun will beat Brock Lesnar.
Braun will get the belt. He will get the belt before next WrestleMania.
And they're going to keep doing the back and forth. That's my prediction. They'll do the back and forth because people want to see it. But what's going to happen is Brock is going to figure out the weakness to him. And then, you know, the next match, he'll do something and catch him, you know?
I don't know.
Or maybe they'll do like a no-holds-bar or something.
Those two could disagree
just with me, man. If you disagree with me, disagree with me, please.
I mean, they could have a first person that slams the other and breaks the ring match, you know? First person to I mean, they could do some crazy stuff because those two boys are so big and strong that if they did break a ring, I'd believe it. You know, let's say Daniel Bryan versus your boy Ellsworth, who breaks the ring first match. I don't believe it.
Ellsworth for president.
Oh hell no!
Too late by myself right there.
What was your views on him wearing a leash like a dog? How did it feel to see your boy leashed up?
He is entertainment, man. He is complete entertainment. He is wrestling entertainment. It's silly, it's fun, and that's what I love about him, you know? He doesn't take himself too seriously. He plays the character, and it's a lot of fun to watch him. I enjoy watching him. I really enjoyed James Ellsworth. I think he's doing a great job, you know? That's my opinion.
He was wearing a leash. So Carmella can't climb a ladder.
Carmella.
It just no.
I didn't think they were going to get that far with it, where he was actually going to kiss Carmella.
But I still don't like their little like tag or valet thing that they got. I still don't like it. I don't like it. We'll never like it because I don't like Ellsworth. Don't like.
I like Ellsworth. He's got an action figure coming out too.
Don't waste your money. Don't do it.
Nah, I'm not gonna. The only action figure I need to buy is T.J. Perkins, just because I support what he do. He supports what I do, so I gotta support what he does. So it's only right that to support my fellow Filipino brother.
Looks like there's a suggestion, possibly Braun versus Brock in a Punjabi prison match.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Just see them break
Oh my
into.
God, the comments went nuts just for a second.
Looks like you have a lot of anti-Ellsworth people, possibly.
Ellsworth for president. Who would you rather have for president, Ellsworth or Donald Trump, guys?
Donald Trump. That's too easy.
They both are such hated people.
Ellsworth.
Oh man. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about before we get out of here. We ran through the pay-per-view. I think it's gonna be a smooth pay-per-view. I like the lineup. I have no complaints.
7 matches. It's not like a SummerSlam when there's 15 matches.
Yeah, it's just too much. They need to cut down SummerSlam, even WrestleMania. Well, no, they could keep WrestleMania long, but SummerSlam, just the cream of the crop. Randy Savage style. They need to just keep it, just trim the fat off of it. There was too much of that, too much nonsense. And the SummerSlam match, didn't they have like the tag team titles during
pre-show?
The pre-show. That was
pre-show was better than the actual show, which was ridiculous.
Oh, did you hear about Paige? Paige is actually at the training center again.
Yeah, I heard that. She's been cleared by doctors and she's training for a return. Will we see her tomorrow night? Because she was drafted to Raw back when they did the original draft. I don't know if she's still on Raw, though. But how cool would it be to see Paige pop up tomorrow night during the women's 5-way match?
I think people would pop crazy.
It would be a huge.
If whoever wins and then holds up the title, because I feel like there will be a title change, and then all of a sudden the music comes on, there's going to be a big pop. I think there'll be a big pop.
Like that would be honestly probably the best part of the whole night. Well, no, you can't beat that Braun and Brock match. That's just going to be phenomenal.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's really exciting, Braun and Brock. Because when Braun picks him up, it's almost like he's carrying a little baby. Like it's crazy how easily it is for him. He just carries him and just puts them down. It's insane.
Wasn't Braun before wrestling? He was a powerlifter or something, right? Like a powerlifter kind of competitor, I think.
I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments.
I think he was.
But
kind of like the same thing that Mark Henry did, before he joined up when he was like the strongest man competition. I think Braun was doing that. I think. I read that years ago.
Graham said that Paige can never be looked at the same. Wow, she is dirty. Girl, you think she's the only girl that does that kind of stuff? I mean, she's a 19. I think she was like 19 or 20 when she did that video. Girls do that type of stuff, some of them, especially if you think about it. She is around men all day, and they're in good shape. Think about it. Let's put our shoes on the other foot. Think about if we were around a lot of women that were in amazing shape all the time, and you're on the road, right? Unless you're into guys, which we don't discriminate, whatever you're into. But we're just gonna say we both got girls, so we're gonna talk about girls. Picture us being on the road with nothing but phenomenal shape women, right? Like 365, you're on the road. It's just gonna go down if you're 20 years old. Things are happening. I mean, it's definitely going to happen. You're lonely, you're traveling, you're young, everyone's fucking looking good and in great shape. All they do is work out and beat the crap out of each other, fake fighting. It's going to happen. Stuff like that. So I ain't mad at her. I like Paige. I've always liked Paige. Mm-hmm. At first, when she first went to WWE, she wasn't very good at selling stuff. But like that changed quickly. After maybe a couple of months, she improved drastically. Like she became fantastic. I'm a huge Paige fan. I like Paige. I don't know about you. How do you feel about Paige?
I love Paige. I think she's fantastic. And girl's a freak. The caveman inside of me, likes that freaky Paige.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I admit I downloaded all the Paige videos that got leaked online. Hell yes, I did. I downloaded them and I copied them twice on different hard drives. So just in case of like one hard drive crash, I had a backup of the Paige famous leaked tape of her, Brad, and your boy Xavier Woods.
I will admit this: I never was attracted to Paige until I seen the videos. Now I
I
think
always
she's
thought she's very, very pale. You know, a little bit. She needs to have a spray tan or something. But I mean, body wise, man, she's banging. Body wise, face is like a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, the pale look with the black, really dark black hair really ain't my cup of tea. But as I said, when I watched the vids,
she's a freak.
Yeah, I was like, hey, salute, you know?
She's a freak, man.
She's a freak. She's a freak. She's a freak. We having fun here. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Definitely.